Welcome to the Eurocentrist, episode 17.
You're gonna dap your forehead. You look like.
Oh, this is only gonna get worse, my man. This is a non-sustainable situation.
This is like you're in Zaire and you're ready to fight George Foreman.
I like that you waited until after he introduced the podcast to be like, you look like shit right now, Paul. You gotta dab your forehead a little bit.
Yeah, it's just kind of, like Louis Armstrong.
Yeah, we take a lot of performance-enhancing drugs to do this podcast.
That's Lance Armstrong.
Oh, shit. Wait, what did you say? Did you say
Louis Armstrong?
Louis Armstrong.
Louis Armstrong was also taking a lot of performance-enhancing drugs. That man was on a lot of weed.
He wrote What a Wonderful World.
I do know who he is.
Cycling around the world.
Hey, Louis, Lance, the names both begin with the same initials at the very least. I like imagining that all the Armstrongs are just one person.
Yeah.
Like this one guy who wrote What a Wonderful World, went to the moon, and was on Tour de France.
Yeah.
That is a pretty...
And made pretty good cake. Do you know Bill Armstrong? He's a friend of mine.
I went to school with someone
sponge cake
called Haley Armstrong.
Haley Armstrong.
Yeah, so throw another one in the mix, just sort of. I hope she doesn't see this, actually.
Oh my God.
Or maybe
I'm surprised if anyone watches this.
Believe it or not, we do have a couple people who watch it. They are all our friends.
Yeah, exactly.
But we have really good friends, and sometimes,
I'm looking at myself, and all the screens are very distracting. All I'm looking at.
I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry that you can monitor yourself in live.
This is a professional endeavor. If you don't like monitoring yourself in the viewfinder, I don't know how you're gonna ever get on like TV or something.
I'm not gonna go on TV. I don't know if you've heard the things that I talk.
The only time he goes on TV is with a gun.
You do give Joker energy, vaguely, very vaguely Joker energy.
Oh my God! If you shoot,
that I'm a little bit afraid of you at any given opportunity.
I like that the flutters on the thing is like my pulse. It's like the less I talk, the less I'm alive.
Wow! Wow! Deep.
Wow, that's so deep. Oh my God.
All right, we know when you're dead. Okay, that is a good thing to know.
I mean, we should know when he's dead.
So we've done on the Eurocentrist, we've done a lot of different topics. We try to do something flavorful each time that is a bit different. And this time I was thinking, we haven't had an entertainer in a while, like a true entertainer. Adolphus Sax was more an inventor than an entertainer.
I mean, he entertained those ladies.
Oh, that is true.
The inventor of the saxophone got a lot of puss during his lifetime, and we stand. We stand a saxophone. Yeah, he's exactly what you expect the inventor of the saxophone.
He was so good, the Parisians founded a I Hate Adolphus Sax club.
And they tried to murder him on several occasions because they hated him so much.
That's the life of the inventor of the saxophone.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And that was last time. But again, more of an inventor, more of a, a composer. He was also a performer, but that was more secondary.
I heard he blew.
Once again, this has been the Eurocentrist podcast.
Victor looks as happy as he's ever been.
You're contaminating our perfectly fine guests here with your punnery.
I like that it's perfectly fine. It's just fine.
I didn't mean fine like mediocre. I meant fine.
Like wine.
Yeah, like damn.
Like wine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of wine,
is that actually?
No, he's gonna whine about something.
No, but
that's gonna be me probably. It's usually what happens.
But we already had basically slavery.
We're bringing that back
in the court system. Historically speaking, we're bringing it back.
Oh my God, it's been bad.
Oh wow!
But
it's a bigger problem now than it ever was. Like there's 50 million modern slaves in the world, more than there's ever been slaves in the world.
Back by popular demand. Slavery, everyone. Now that's what I call history, everyone.
The McRibbing.
Oh, all right. The Szechuan sauce of human rights violations.
It's actually made with Uyghur tears.
Oh my God.
It's a very hard R for the Uyghurs over there.
Yeah, you gotta watch what you say. We already did Nanking. We don't want to get banned by China again.
I'm taking them from both sides.
Yeah, fuck up our sponsorship deals in advance. Okay, so this is.
But yeah, so I did during that research about Namade Make and Angelo Soliman. He was a court.
The Fresh Prince of Liechtenstein, more or less.
Yeah. He was kidnapped. His family was murdered, and then traded off to European royalty as basically a plaything. And then he rose through the ranks through his intelligence and suaveness.
He was best friends with Mozart, apparently.
No, was it?
Yeah.
They hung out in
like Parisian salons and stuff
and
like
in
that.
the Freemasons lounge.
Yeah. He was part of the Illuminati.
Yeah.
Not really the Illuminati, you know what I mean?
Just people who wanted to talk and not get murdered by the king.
Yeah. He worked his way up. He rizzed his way through the court. And then they still fucking taxidermied him after he died.
He's stuffed.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, nope, it burnt down.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah. You wanted to see the natural exhibit that they put him in? Because they took away all his normal clothes and put him in wildling clothes.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. I thought that you could see him like Lenin. You know, you go and...
No.
Wait, what?
Kiss him on the forehead.
If fucking only. I can't believe Vladimir Lenin got more respect than fucking... At first I thought you were talking about John Lennon. I'm like, what are you talking about? What? They didn't do that to
I want to kiss him on the gun wound.
Make it better.
Yeah.
I can fix you.
That's a different song.
So today we're gonna talk about the court system again, the royal system a little bit. So today's topic is gonna be perkeo.
French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence.
Perkeo.
You chose this for me.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
What is a perkeo?
Well, this is perkeo actually. This is the guy. That's the man.
The guy with the hat?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, that's not hat, that's hair. But
he looks like Shrek 4's Rumpelstiltskin, kind of. Can we please have that be the thumbnail to this video? Have you ever seen the fourth Shrek movie? Where
no, but he looks more like Foreskin than Rumpelstiltskin.
Could you imagine if that was his name in the actual fairy tale? Was Foreskin?
Foreskin McGee.
Yeah, his full legal name.
Yeah.
They had to cut the foreskin because of time issues. All right.
I like that you took the time to pause and say that so that we could all hear it.
Yes.
So that we could all hear you make the circumcision joke.
All right. So there's a preamble by Ben. Thank you, Ben, again for writing this, obviously. Preamble, court dwarfs. Throughout human history, people with dwarfism were commonly regarded as curiosities in one form or another, whether they were simply seen as freaks of nature or associated with the mystical or even the divine. And like anything that's considered weird and wacky, rich people just had to own one. So-called court dwarfs were found in civilizations everywhere, from Central America to China, for almost the entire 5 millennia for which written records exist. Do
you read this all the time? Shouldn't you give it to like the native English speakers?
Can you believe you're the first person to suggest that on this podcast?
It sounds like it's all I'm thinking is like it's wabbit season. It's like, what is he saying?
Okay, let me recap.
No, this will take 8 hours if we do it that way.
So dwarves, people be like, those are some mystical ass motherfuckers, even though they're just regular people.
So you understood what he said.
I've been on this podcast long enough to detect what is being attempted to be conveyed.
Okay.
But also in his defense, it is written by someone who is not him. So we have to take into account that this is someone who frankly should know Paul's voice a little bit better by now. But you know, we love you anyway, Ben.
Less R's for Paul.
less V's while you're at it too. It's that Austrian sort of vowel sound. Sorry, we're just absolutely...
What are you talking about? All right. In ancient Egypt, they were associated with the gods Bes and Ptah, protector and creator deities, respectively, and enjoyed higher status than virtually everywhere else, even getting to work as priests, courtiers, jewelers, and keepers of linen and toilet objects. All right.
What the fuck? Yo, you got your own toilet, dwarf? Like, what the fuck?
Well, they're already down there. You know what I mean?
You're part of the problem, Victor.
You want the tall, lanky people to like deal with the top? No, they deal with the ceiling. They change the light bulbs, right?
Everybody to their ability, right? Yeah.
Can we start enslaving tall people? I'm very much for that.
You can hire them. You don't have to enslave them.
Well, they're enslaving the dwarves.
Well, back then, yeah.
All right,
but we can update this to a modern society.
Oh yeah. Equality for all.
That's what we're missing. Is
equity, not equality. Because it's like a dwarf would have to sit on a box.
Right.
It's giant slaves as opposed to little short people slaves. Pocket slaves.
Undiscriminatory.
Yeah. Well, it's still discrimination. It's just equal opportunity discrimination.
Yeah.
The Romans weren't quite so nice. Big surprise there. Under Emperor Domitian, dwarves were made to fight Amazons in gladiator matches.
Okay, but also who wasn't made to fight anyone in gladiator matches in ancient Rome?
True, but this is fucked up. That is fucked up.
That's so fucked up.
But then, if you're a like a little person, what kind of jobs would you have in the Roman Empire?
It's like ammunition.
What? They shoot you out of a cannon?
Catapult, yeah.
It's the Roman Empire, Paul. This is anachronistic.
All right.
They didn't have.
Okay, load them onto a scorpion. Okay.
I like just imagining that they play like every part in like a theater production, since they wouldn't let women in Greek theater like do theater. They just had like anyone that was like, I don't know, any mystical creature or like a child. They just had one guy or other guys. I don't know.
Oh my god! Oh, put them on a horse or something like that, to like with a costume thing to make them centaurs.
This is still very dehumanizing.
Oh, incredibly dehumanizing.
We're so sorry, people with dwarfism, in advance. This is gonna be so fucked up. No, I like that this is just slavery, but for people with disabilities than with people who are different ethnicity. I love that for us. This is going to get so good.
While wealthy Roman women would choose their faves to take home to participate in erotic games. So we have sex slavery on top of it.
I was going to be like, this is like some Paris Hilton shit until you said sex games. Like, this is like, I get to carry my little chihuahua with me.
Yeah, but
it's a person. And
she's banging the
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Maybe Rome deserves to fall, actually.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
You hear that meme about like men won't stop thinking about the Roman Empire? I have to imagine it's this.
Before talking about their feelings.
Well, they don't talk about their feelings.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, the only feelings they have are, I wish I could have been dressed up like a little gladiator and fought for which emperor was it?
Domitian.
Domitian?
Yeah, like Dalmatian, but without the L.
That was a guy, Domitian?
Or Domitian? I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, Domitian. I've never heard of Domitian.
It's not a good name, admittedly. It
sounds like a thing that the little people were made to do during sex slavery. Hey.
69 and Domitian.
Yeah.
It sounds like it should have its own subreddit. Like it should,
the Domitian formation.
Something like that, like a specific fetish of some kind. Like it should be something like on the BDSM test results. Like, it seems like something that you should get.
But I don't think we're seeing the silver lining here. They got laid.
Oh.
Like, as a wreath. Like, just someone would carry them and just put them somewhere.
These women were doing charity. Oh, my God. This is awful.
All right. In early modern Europe, Marchioness Isabel d'Este of Mantua, 1474 to 1539, was a regular dwarf collector, often giving them away as gifts or lending them to friends and relatives.
Oh my god.
So she did like, what is it called? The service where somebody screws in a light bulb for you.
I like that some of them, they were lended. They're like, hey, I'll give it to you, but you give it back. It's like,
I want my dwarf back in 2 weeks.
Keep it for the weekend.
You don't
weekend dwarf.
I was thinking, since you were talking about like being used for erotic, you know how they're like those women that have like sex toy parties and like you get to take home like goodie bags. This just seems like that, but with people.
Wait! There are sex toy parties for women.
You didn't know about this?
I'm not involved in this kind of.
You're not supposed. It's
nobody
like just
invited
for,
you ever.
You're not supposed to be invited. It's like mostly women.
I was watching with my goggles.
This sounds like discrimination.
You want to be in? I'll invite you to my next one, Victor. Don't worry. No, but it's like
who makes these toys?
I don't know. Probably
men.
Probably little guys like him. At this time in history, yeah.
The little guy for the little guy.
Once again, this has been the Eurocentrist podcast. No, but like...
I like that you're like advertising the podcast on the podcast.
This is not advertising. I'm trying to get them out while they still can. But yeah, no, like you've never seen like Sex in the City or like even like clips from sitcom. You've never
Sex in the City is pretty good.
I mean, it's not a good show, but it's very entertaining as a bad show.
Yeah, sure,
and it's a thing. It's like maybe this is just an American thing. I don't know. This could be just an American thing.
Yeah,
it's like having a jewelry party where it's really just a pyramid scheme.
That's another type of party that I'm not invited to.
Well, you don't want to come to the jewelry party.
I know a lemon party. I googled it once.
You don't get invited to those either.
No,
oh, damn.
It's not age appropriate.
What do you mean not age appropriate?
Aislinn, I figured it out.
What?
I know now why I'm such an idiot.
What?
Look at your microphone from the front.
What? Oh no! Is this what it is?
Back.
Oh my God, we're dumbasses. Do we start over?
No.
Good.
Try it again.
I'm not involved in a lot of things.
I'm not involved in these either, but my mom was a pyramid scheme lady, so she
did Avon.
She never. I was also not invited to these parties.
Go. See, there we go.
For the record, I was also not invited to any of these parties.
Oh wow.
Yeah, right. See how much better it sounds.
So much
Mine
better.
still is not that loud. Is it?
It's just also your voice, man.
Huh?
You just
you're
speak quieter than the two of us.
Yeah.
We're very loud people.
Yeah, I know. You have actually gravitas. We just have to project it.
People just want to listen to you.
Oh, no.
Oh, what the fuck? Yes.
Unfortunately, no.
I want to listen to you.
I remember the last time we had you on a podcast, not us, but like last time you were on a podcast with me, you were like convinced that no one would ever find your voice attractive unless it was
insane.
like 100 years from now in Nepal somewhere. Like, I'm sad that nothing has changed in 2 years. Like, you gotta believe
that was 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So much has happened.
We're growing. Look at this.
Yeah.
All right.
Look at that. I remember.
Back to crimes.
Crimes.
Well,
we've not actually heard. These
How
were all
many pages?
Yeah, perfectly legal things at the
back
time.
then. Yes. Okay. Fair enough. Aside from just being admired as curiosities, court dwarfs were regularly kept as court jesters, as is the case for the Tyrolean man we're going to focus on today, but could also be given other roles at court, fully depending, as with so many things and people in this era, on the will and whims of the noble person who ruled over them. Court dwarfs were in many ways better off than their fellow dwarfs or even non-dwarfs outside the court, being well-fed and well-dressed, and, as in the case of the painter Richard Gibson, 1650 to 1690, nice, at the court of King Charles I of England and Scotland, even provided with artistic training. But it definitely wasn't all sunshine and roses either, as shown in the case of Spanish court dwarf Francisco de Zuniga, 1482.
See, he just can't pronounce any of the words. Like, it's not the R's,
okay, sorry,
it's all of them.
But Zuniga.
Can I see, actually?
The way that he chose.
Please. And don't say it with a hard R.
But there is no R.
Exactly.
Well, he found one there.
Zuniga? I don't know.
Yeah. The thing is, so this is basically court gestures. This is our forefather.
Our area of expertise.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Basically, we're standing on the shoulders of little people.
As if they haven't
suffered. Giants.
As if they haven't suffered enough.
Americans, they don't appreciate it.
I do appreciate it. I was in the middle of saying something else. I was trying to appreciate it through other words. See, only one of us truly appreciates the work of our forefathers.
Tiny mistakes were made. All right.
Oh, wow.
All right, so...
Yes, so, you feel better about the thing I said now? Because that's what we said instead.
So, Francesco, under the Habsburg ruler Charles, Carlos, or Karl V, depending on which region he ruled, who was, quote, murdered, allegedly in retaliation for his sarcastic critique of a courtier in a Chronica Burlesca, a rare work by a court dwarf. So...
He got canceled.
Yeah, he got canceled by a knife.
He got canceled by a knife. See, you know, comedians on Twitter should stop complaining because they used to cancel people permanently back in the day. Now you just get a couple people don't like you in your mentions. That's about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a better system.
It's a better system.
Can you read the sentence again? I don't think I understood what you're talking about. So, guy, what happened to the guy?
The court dwarf, he made a play that was too critical of one of the people on court, and then they murdered him for it.
It was too funny.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was too funny for court.
It was too funny and accurate. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been offended by it.
So this is the Lenny Bruce of his time.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the George Carlin of his day.
Yeah, but he is now dead, so we're talking about another guy.
Not the subject of our podcast.
The Kevin Spacey of his time.
And let's not make that comparison.
Kevin in small spaces.
Stop, please cut all of this out. I don't want to be associated with this.
Kevin alone, Home Alone with you.
That is a nightmare.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, move on, please. Let's move on.
All right, okay, so that quote was by Betty M. Adelson, an independent scholar whose daughter has dwarfism, just for context. All right, so the story of Perkeo of Heidelberg comes near the end of the long history of court dwarfs. So, let's go into the dude himself. The man who would become known as Perkeo was born as Clemens Pankert.
Perkeo, is that Italian for perky?
Maybe, I don't know.
Is it pequeño in Spanish? Small?
Yeah. So he was born as Clemens Pankert, or possibly Giovanni Clementi, in 1702 in Salurn on der Weinstraße, today the southernmost municipality in South Tyrol, Italy. At the time, of course, part of the princely county of Tyrol under Austrian Habsburg rule. So this is all Austrian-Hungarian Empire shit.
Yeah,
basically. I like that you stopped like, hey, this is our...
this is our war crime territory because we fucked the Italians up many a times.
Unlike that other time they fucked up into another part of Europe that we don't like to mention.
Hungary?
Sure, we pick that one. Any of them.
Yeah. All right. This geographical origin perhaps explains why some sources give his birth name as Giovanni Clementi, hailing as he did from what was and is one of the southernmost points of the German Sprachraum, right on the border to the Italian-speaking part of historical Tyrol that is nowadays commonly known as Trentino. Perhaps most telling for Perkeo's biography, however, is the fact that Salurn is wine country.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So that's why we have the grape juice today.
Wait, that's it? That's the only reason? That's not like an essential part of his act? Or
We'll see.
I thought you had the grape juice so you can say the hard R.
I'm squeezing it for all it got.
It's grape juice with Courvoisier.
I was gonna say, does it count as the hard R if it's not if it's like the second letter in the sentence, or is it only at the end?
Right, it's grape drink.
That's still the second letter.
All right. Unfortunately, we know almost nothing of his early life other than that he was apparently affected by some form of dwarfism, most likely pseudo-achondroplasia or plasia, and apparently worked as a button maker. All right. Yeah. That's a good profession to have.
I thought you were gonna say button man, like a hitman.
No.
He'd be perfect as a hitman.
Do you think he just threw buttons at people? Just flick them.
That would be an amazing way to kill people.
Right?
Just by like I said in Ninja Stars, they're just buttons.
And when you're dead, you have two buttons on your eyes.
Like Coraline. Coraline, it's all connected.
Yeah. I thought that it was like, the Egyptians going into the underworld, but of course, Coraline.
I thought it was, I didn't know it was buttons. I thought they put coins for the underworld on their eyes.
Oh, this is a time where you could totally say that this button is a coin. Currency was very fluent back then.
Sir, we don't accept this currency in the underworld.
But I have 35 buttons.
It's like, yeah, your family did you dirty. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, you got stitched up. All right, in 1718...
Let's pause for that.
Moment of silence for the
for the death of this joke.
Yeah.
In 1718, when Clemens was 16 years old, he met Elector Karl III Philipp von der Pfalz. Goddamn fucking royal names. That guy lived from 1661 to 1742. Karl Philipp, an uncle of Emperor Joseph I, had ruled as governor over Tyrol and further Austria from the Tyrolean de facto capital of Innsbruck since 1705. But with the death of his brother Johann Wilhelm in 1716, he also became Elector Palatine. Okay, that's dope. That's a dope ass name.
Electo Palatine?
Yeah, that's a dope.
That's a Pokemon name.
Go Palatine!
Like, that is basically what that sounds like.
Wasn't Luke Skywalker on Palatine?
Emperor Palatine.
Emperor Palatine.
Unlimited power.
Yeah.
And doesn't he have electric powers anyway as well?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I've never seen Star Wars. So.
Count of Palatinate Neuburg.
You've never seen Star... Wait.
On purpose, I refuse to watch it because this reaction makes my day every single time. I love when people get so mad.
You're so geeky about everything else.
Yeah.
Why?
I gotta have a limit. I gotta keep people on their toes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You took that so well. I appreciate that. Good job. Good job.
He also doesn't care.
Why did you react if you didn't care?
No.
So yeah, so this guy is Count of Palatinate Neuburg and Duke of Jülich and Berg, and thus in 1707 moved to the Palatinate's Palatinate's old capital of Heidelberg, in what is now the southwest.
He moved to Heidelberg.
Yes.
That's what you need to know.
Thank you, Ben.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking me through this. I think he just tried to fuck with me here.
I think Paul's just self-conscious now because you're like, you fucking suck at reading, bro. You need to stop. Make the English speaker do it instead, as if I could pronounce this better.
I didn't. I've never heard Paul sound so stupid. Struggling with words.
Truly a feat.
Are from his country. Like all of these are like.
But the English side.
Know.
The English side. In what is now the southwest German state of Baden-Württemberg. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
That's his wheelhouse right
He
there.
took a liking to young Clemens. Oh no. Being apparently greatly impressed by his stature, quick wit, and alcohol tolerance.
Well, yeah, I guess he would have a really high alcohol tolerance.
Incidentally, the same three things that are most impressive about me, says Ben.
Our fellow Tyrolean.
Stature, quick wit, and alcohol tolerance.
Have you met Ben, by the way? Do you know Ben? You know, he's
the
like,
guy who wrote this?
He's like 6'6". Like, he's basically the giant you need to enslave in order to equal
balance
this out.
Perkeo.
Yeah. That's how we solve it. That's how we solve it.
I'm not going to pay him for this episode.
He looks like it's two of these people that you're talking about put like on top of each other with like a big
two
coat.
guys in a trench coat.
But you need like 4 of Pequeño to be about
Perkeo.
Perkeo, sorry.
Yeah. Don't start calling him Pequeño because it will happen to me too.
By the end, he's gonna be Speedy Gonzalez.
Ay, arriba.
Hey, you gotta stop with that hard R, Paul.
All right, his love of drinking, not unheard of among South Tyroleans, was also how Clemens got his new name, Perkeo, as he would habitually answer questions whether he wanted another glass of wine with "Perché no?" Why not? Yeah, shame he didn't speak English. The pun's right there.
That's written in the text.
Yeah, no, that's Ben adding it.
Oh, okay.
What's the pun? Why does it work better in English? I'm confused. I missed that.
Why not?
Oh, why not? Okay.
Come on, it's right there.
I was like, Berkin. I'm like, oh, that sounds better, but that's not really a pun. I just prefer it because it doesn't sound like English.
All right, Perkeo, who stood 1 meter tall,
Jesus,
but allegedly weighed 100 kilograms.
Oh wow! So
it's
he's
that drinking. It's
like,
the alcohol.
He was 1 meter all around.
He's
like a cube.
He's an absolute chode of a man. Like, just all girth, baby. That's a Pekeo.
If you want to like stop a flooding of a dam, you use him as a stopper.
He's
like a cork.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
A cork jester.
This has been the Eurocentrist podcast. It's done. He's done it. He's done it. That's actually a good pun.
That is a really good.
I'll accept this one.
you.
That was.
Oh shit!
I'm having anything if not fair, so I'll accept a good pun when they.
All right. So he quickly became Carl Philipp's favorite court jester and worked as his cupbearer, wearing a colorful uniform and a very large medal. No doubt because the contrast with his small stature passed for peak comedy in 18th century Germany.
He was the Flavor Flav of his time.
He also has a tall German lady as his girlfriend. I mean, she was Swedish or something like that, right?
Yeah, straight up a Viking woman. Like, they didn't have.
With the horns too.
Oh yes. She took him home with her.
Put him in his purse.
Yeah. Hey, he's all girth, baby. That's all he is.
Fight the Tyrolean power. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
It's all right. It's all right. Okay. As he was not only fond of, but also knowledgeable about wine, Carl Philipp put him in charge of Castle Heidelberg's wine stocks, including the famous Heidelberg Thun, the biggest wine barrel in the world.
Oh, okay.
So the smallest man is in charge of the biggest barrel. Yeah. That is, okay, that is funny.
Hey.
It's funny because he looked like a barrel, apparently. Like he was a meter across.
Please make the barrels like me.
Yeah.
Just model them after me. Thank you very much.
I am the blueprint. That's how
you know, when we were kids, we used to have cartoons of like poor people like not having clothes and having to wear a barrel.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? What happened to that? You know what I mean?
Like in real life?
Yeah.
He was
it's
the
like people walking around.
of the barrel. I
think that the lack of a common supply of barrels is really what did the barrel.
But that would have been a barrel of laughs.
And the barrel industry has never been the same ever since.
Barreling towards doom, yes.
Fine. We can keep going. But I'm not happy with this.
All right. In this role, Pacquiao would also be sporting a huge cellar key. So I guess, again, like the medal, it looks comically large on him.
You're not kidding. This is Flavor Flav, basically.
This is blinged out.
He's blinged out. He's got to get those, what are those knuckle duster things as well. Like having rims on a band.
Yeah. Oh, he gets grills.
Yes. Oh my God, I want that so bad. I want to just say like playa on each one.
The Heidelberg Thun, known simply as Großes Fass, or if clarification is needed, Großes Fass des Heidelberger Schlosses in the ever-creative German language, originally dates back to the late 16th century. Between 1589 and 1592, Johann Casimir, regent for his underage nephew, Elector Friedrich IV, had a barrel made that was, quote, unlike any yet on earth, along with a whole building specifically for its containment. So,
a whole building?
Just for the barrel.
Well, how big is this fucking barrel?
It apparently is the... Oh, wow. Okay. This first barrel, constructed by the cooper Michael Werner from Landau, could hold nearly 128,000 liters, or about 33,814 US gallons.
Oh my God.
It's a gigantic barrel. In one barrel.
How did they get the wine out? Do they have like a little like
a tap?
Yeah, like a tap.
Yeah.
Imagine.
How did they get the wine out?
With a giant straw, obviously.
Yeah, you get those sangria buckets at those fucking trashy little like tourist bars. Or I was just thinking you get a goblet and you just like scoop it up like with a thing.
Like, ladle.
I was thinking like an Olympic size.
Do you think the top is open? So do you think it's like like?
I wouldn't put it past them to have like a thing that they can open up like a drawbridge to just for this. They're already building it for the spectacle. I wouldn't put it past them to do something crazy like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, don't say that like that's crazy. They're building an entire building just for wine.
Well, for one barrel of wine.
For one barrel of wine. Like
At the time, they didn't have anything else to do.
Yeah, that is true.
You know what I mean?
There was truly nothing else to do.
They just get little people, put keys on them.
Look, not even the Guinness World Record book didn't even exist yet, so they really did it just for themselves.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Imagine like you accidentally leave the tap on overnight and it's just completely empty.
Who left the wine tap open?
And in Boston in like the early 20th century, there was the big like molasses flood.
Yes, that killed a bunch of people. Yeah,
it's like not really funny, but I imagine like they could have done that with wine. Basically,
We've been laughing at little people for an hour, but the molasses flood. Hey, let's have some respect for these people.
We're not laughing at the little people. We're laughing at
they
these
died of
assholes.
diabetes. All right, so the building, but was like most of Central Europe, destroyed and burned during the 30-year wars. The castle itself was mostly destroyed as well and never fully rebuilt, which was part of the reason Carl Philipp moved his court to Mannheim. In 1664, by the order of Elector Karl Ludwig, a new barrel was constructed by Johannes Meyer.
They're not giving up.
This one with a capacity of over 197,000 liters, or around 52,000 US gallons. So make it bigger. Make it bigger.
You know what? If an elected official campaigned on that promise, maybe.
You were nearly right. It came complete with walkways all around for people to admire it, and a staircase leading up to a dance floor on top.
You can dance on top of it?
On top of the wine barrel.
Why would you not want to, Victor?
That is party central back then. Somebody's with a hurdy-gurdy, you know?
You sound like cool people.
Yeah. Victor really wants to time travel now.
Yeah.
So we've been talking about the barrel. What is our man doing?
Well, he's in charge of the barrel.
He's in charge of the barrel.
Yes.
Both the old barrel and the new barrel.
I think just the new one.
So he's such a professional in barrel watching.
Yeah. His CV is just barrel.
But to be fair,
he's a wine guy.
You can't really like steal the barrel.
Yeah, that is something you can't heist.
But you can also make sure that it doesn't get contaminated.
Contaminated?
Yeah, the wine. Someone could poison the wine.
Or somebody poops.
Yeah, exactly. See, why is every suggestion I make so ridiculous to you, Victor?
What if someone spikes the barrel of wine? You know what I mean?
Or you take so much to actually spike the whole thing.
Yeah.
You just keep dumping
like the Bill Cosby
container after container of fucking drugs.
The Bill Cosby of the time would have
bankrupts himself to spike one barrel of wine.
And what would he do even if he saw someone doing that? Just like, hey, you get that giant truck's worth of poison out of my wine barrel.
But can you do the voice? Can you say that in the Bill Cosby voice?
Oh, I can't do Bill Cosby's voice.
You can't do Bill Cosby.
I don't know how. I don't actually.
It puts the drugs in the wine barrel. Something like that, right?
Actually, I can't. I don't actually know what Bill Cosby sounds like.
Oh, that's
a bit
good.
Before my time, to be honest.
Oh, he was like a master of comedy.
Yeah.
Especially his last bit where he went to prison. All right.
And no, the best bit is when someone threw like a banana at him while he was in prison before he got out.
What the fuck?
That was like a news headline too. I mean, he's out now, but there was like someone threw like either a banana or like like an egg McMuffin sandwich or something at him. We'll put it on screen later.
Like, I understand he's just like a sexual predator, but the banana is a little bit too far. I feel like just...
Yeah, that is... The connotation is not great.
No.
Yeah. All right. The later, however, probably would rarely, if ever, have been used during Paceo's time there, as Carl Philipp already moved his court to Mannheim in 1720. According to scholarly calculations, it would have taken the court around 60 to 100 days to empty the original barrel, 120 to 150 days for the second iteration.
Well,
alcoholism back then was just regular day life.
Because they didn't have anything better to do except build the fuck out of a...
So it's 1,000 liters a day that they would drink out of this barrel. Nearly more than 1,000 liters.
How many people are drinking?
I don't know, the whole court. So I'm guessing a few hundred to a few thousand people. So,
Oh yeah, well,
but not everybody gets wine. That's normally only for the...
And what are the people that don't get wine? What do? Do they whine about it?
We both had wine puns. I can't even be mad.
I feel so raped right now by you guys. All right.
At least we're not doing little people puns and jokes. You know what I mean?
We already did a couple of those.
Yeah,
that was on the shoulders of giants.
It's better in a minuscule way.
Yeah.
According to local legend, however,
it's good to keep it short.
Short and sweet. All right. Pakeo's sex tape.
Like the wine.
Oh yeah, back then also they would put
little
fruit
people in the wine.
And all sorts of like plants in the wine.
Yeah, and also Zinnoberrot. It's
I don't know what that is.
I think it's basically what makes bricks.
Bricks?
Yeah, like the bricks that you build a building with.
Yeah,
I think
it's what makes it red.
I think that's the thing that makes it red. I'm not.
No, it's the grapes, man.
This red wine is not red enough for us, Victor.
Yeah. No. So they added it because it made the wine sweeter, but it also killed them really fast.
I was gonna say.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Did it make it angry? Was it the grapes of wrath?
No. Unacceptable.
This is literally just a demo reel for Victor killing his own career.
I don't have.
There's nothing to
Do you think that getting me on this podcast would really like increase the viewership?
People will be like, I'm a huge fan of history, but and also cancel culture. Yeah. I'm gonna love Victor's. I'm gonna love Victor's work.
You want some grapes?
No.
After all of those puns, you're not even gonna take the juice. Try the wine, Victor.
Oh, so you know how to do Bill Cosby.
That's not what he said. I was doing Clockwork Orange, but is that what he sounds?
Clockwork Orange with Bill Cosby? It would be great.
I mean, it's already about rapists.
Yeah, exactly. All right. According to local legend, however, Pakeo could empty the whole thing in one go. All right, haha. All right, that's funny. Well, does seem.
I don't get it,
but he told us it's funny, so.
No, I'm trying to contextualize.
You might not understand this.
It's a 300-year-old joke, like the level of humor back then.
Get it because he's small.
Exactly, and it's a big barrel.
Oh, he could drink it all, but he's also a wine guy, so that's probably true. To be honest, it's probably not even inaccurate.
Well, that does seem a tad unlikely. Pakeo did reportedly reply with his famous catchphrase when the elector asked him if he could do it. And contemporary reports do state that the court jester would drink around 20 to 30 liters or 5 to 8 US gallons of liquid, most of it wine, every single day.
That's it. I'm going back to alcoholism. I used to pregame before going on stage. Before you met me, I used to drink 2 bottles of wine before going on stage, and then I'd start drinking. Clearly, You're not even in the same ballpark. I'm not going hard enough. So, guys, this is the end of my sobriety. I'm gonna start drinking.
Pakeo or go home. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah. Next one. All right. This excessive thirst may in fact have been due to diabetes.
That's you.
God damn.
You're like a baby. Yeah. You play peekaboo with yourself.
Like the rapper, the baby.
No, it's like you don't have object permanence.
Yeah.
No, you know, sometimes there are cats or dogs that recognize themselves in the reflection
crows.
And want to start a fight with them. that's
you know that Jerry Seinfeld joke about having a parrot and his mom having mirrors in the living room to make it look better, and the parrot just flying into the mirror.
Yes.
Which
that's you.
Yeah, the parrot was not smart enough to see the other bird coming its way.
I haven't heard this joke, but that's amazing. Yeah. I love it.
Early Seinfeld.
Yeah.
This excessive thirst may in fact have been due to diabetes insipidus or congenital ADH deficiency. So.
Congenital ADHD?
No, ADH deficiency.
What's ADH deficiency?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, actually.
We know
Ben
a lot
didn't give
about,
an explanation, but
we know everything that we're talking about, guys.
But I'm just going with he had the diabetes. Famous French author Victor Hugo, however, in a letter he wrote after a visit to Heidelberg Castle in 1840, and that we're going to get back into in a minute, asserts that Pacheco's heavy drinking wasn't voluntary at all. But more on that later. In
they made him drink. Poor guy.
In 1728, meanwhile, Carl Philipp had the aging barrel repaired, the process adding another 4,000 liters or 1,000 gallons to its capacity. Perhaps at this time, how? Like you add like a little, like a attachment, or how do you make the barrel bigger? It has
optical illusions, I guess mirrors, smoke. I'm not sure.
If you shave it on the bush on the side, it looks bigger, you know?
Oh my God. I mean, why would you need to make it big? I don't know.
Because you want to up your grandfather or whatever who made the original barrel, I'm guessing. It's all about like, ooh, what can the people write down in the annals, you know?
No, yeah. Fucking Ivan the Great went like, we're going to make it 20% larger looking. That's going to be my legacy for all time.
This is the wall has to be 10 feet higher just for wine barrels.
Yeah, see, Trump could never be this guy because they didn't even actually.
Sounds like actually something that Trump would do.
Yeah, but
it sounds like something he'd do, but
he doesn't drink.
Yeah, that's true. But if he made like a giant McDonald's, though, that would be fucking amazing.
The biggest Big Mac.
No, because he's losing Trump.
A KFC bucket. It's like, remember when he had the KFC bucket on the plane?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And he was eating with a knife and fork.
Well, because I don't know if you all heard, but like he has lost his business license in the state of New York, so Trump Tower is coming down. Yeah. So he's got to replace it with
all
something.
Of this is just advertising for him.
Oh yeah,
so like,
this is
and
annoying.
we're gonna continue it by saying he should build a giant McDonald's instead, so that he can be the big boy royal that he really wants to be inside.
No.
Yeah.
So you're welcome, Donald Trump and the Trump family, for
just a broken
ideas.
child inside of him.
Yeah, aren't we all?
Well, we're not trying to be president of the United States.
Yeah, yeah, fair.
$250,000, I guess.
$250,000.
You've been thinking about that all this time.
He's got ideas. Hey, Trump, you're looking for an engineer? An architect?
I'll construct your $250,000.
Yeah,
do you need someone who can read worse than you?
Paul's an ideas guy. He'll come up with more.
Damn it, guys.
He'll come up with more puns that you can name your product after. It's still a fully functional McDonald's, but no one else is allowed to go in except for Donald Trump.
One man enters. All right.
Okay.
Right.
So was
now
not
he's reading in advance. So
shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
And you're no better. You're trying to read what he's saying through the viewfinder.
I don't know how to read either, so. But I don't start a podcast where I have to read 10 pages.
All right. Perhaps at this time, Ben couldn't find any precise dates. A life-size wooden statue of Pacheco, allegedly carved by himself, was erected next to the big barrel. Sadly,
erected is a funny word.
Thank you for interrupting his, for once, flawless reading, just to be like, wrecked.
Sadly, the barrel upgrade came already at the midpoint of Pacheco's court career, as the little man would die in 1735, at only around 33 years of age.
Oh my God, you're older than this
like
guy.
Jesus.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be old?
I also didn't drink 20 liters of wine a day, I think.
But wait, is it people with dwarfism or people with giantism that die really early? Both? Okay.
Both, especially back then.
And people who drink that much wine.
It's a wonder he made it.
The Venn diagram is one circle.
Him and Jesus lived to be about the same amount.
Yeah, but that's true.
I think Jesus drank wine as well.
Yeah, he turned water into wine.
Yeah, he definitely drank in that case, if you have that ability.
Yeah.
Or he just gave it to all his homies, you know? He was
just the hookup guy?
Yeah, he was the hookup guy. It was literally his blood, wasn't it?
He was the dedicated driver.
The designated driver.
He was blood, sweat, and tears about it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Nice band reference. I appreciate it. Iron and wine I would have also taken.
Okay.
But, you know, you can't be perfect.
This is like Alex Trebek.
Yeah, sorry, we can't be perfect like you two coming up with these wine puns.
All right. Probably largely due to his severe drinking. Local legend, however, holds that he lived healthily into his 80s, having never drunken anything but wine. All right, all right, local propaganda machine. This is like the smoking cigarettes for your health ads.
I was gonna say,
like, oh, you're gonna turn 80 if you drink the Heidelberg wine. You know, like
if you drink it every single day.
Yeah, you can't skip a day, otherwise you die immediately.
Yeah, basically.
All right, when he finally took ill, a doctor recommended he try water instead.
Yo, you gotta try this hot new thing. Everyone's doing it now.
Are you hydrated now?
Why does no one want to build a giant,
To be fair, up to this point in all of our episodes, best doctor so far, because he recommended water.
But at the time, it wasn't a good idea.
That wasn't a doctor.
Because water had a lot of, like, it was dirty. So drinking alcohol was actually better.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But we are also in Germany, so there's enough natural springs around that you can have a clean source of water.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to build a giant filtration system the size of this wine
barrel.
This wine barrel.
I mean, the wine barrel, that is basically a water filtration system in the end.
No one wanted to do that. Wasn't as fun, I guess. But also, he cured cancer. I'm giving him
what?
We're talking about the guy from last episode.
Adolphus
like, this is the best doctor so far. I'm like, no, the last guy literally cured mouth cancer and he wasn't even a doctor. He was just a guy who sold snake oil and cured the guy's mouth cancer.
He had mouth cancer?
He had mouth cancer.
Yeah.
Allegedly from eating too much puss, but allegedly.
Oh,
yeah. That's our game
That's
theory.
our game theory.
The saxophone guy.
Yeah, saxophone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
You should have been there for that episode.
Yeah.
That episode was better.
Well, let's just switch Ali out with Victor.
Well,
brought this out.
AI technology.
So he's supposedly should try water. Pacquiao reluctantly followed the advice and died the next day.
You're kidding me.
From water.
I like to think it was like...
No, he crashed probably. Yeah. If you drink 20 liters of wine and you're a severe alcoholic and you're sick, and then somebody says just...
Drink
Cold
something
turkey.
other than... Yeah, you can't do that when you've been drinking. How many liters a day?
20.
Yeah, 20 liters a day.
Wow.
No, you're gonna
dead.
die.
You die immediately.
At least taper off, but they didn't know that back then.
Exactly.
I guess not.
Have you tried rosé instead?
Spritz.
Yeah, exactly. Switch over to spritz.
Pretty much, yeah.
They didn't have soda water, I'm assuming, back then. All right, and who knows? Other than getting the age wrong and the doubtful claim that he only drank wine his whole life, something like this is funny enough to actually have happened. Yeah.
No, I think it's probably true that he only drank wine his whole life.
Oh, yeah.
Truth be told. Like,
he doesn't look too healthy. Like
So did you have that photo there before?
Photo?
The image, you mean?
Yeah.
That's
it's
not
a photo of a painting.
Okay, yeah. Thanks, granddad, for being the most Austrian father figure for all of a sudden.
Is that a painting?
Yes, I painted that. Yes, sure.
Ce n'est pas un painting.
That's actually him. We're being really disrespectful.
That's highbrow.
Yeah, it is. Because your brows are really high up.
Yeah.
And there's a lot.
No, there's just
them.
one brow.
With
good.
brow
My
held
brow.
high.
Yeah.
It's highbrow. I like that. That's a good joke.
Oh, we're laughing like bros. Come on.
Problematic.
Okay,
No,
never
that
mind.
was-
I like it. After you said that, I appreciate your joke more.
All right. Less than 2 decades after his death, the Heidelberg tune was replaced yet again when Johann Jakob Englert made an even bigger one for Elector Karl Theodor in 1750-51. This barrel, which is still here today, could hold a whopping 228,000 liters or 60,231 gallons, but it was apparently so leaky that they soon stopped using it. Wow, a shitty German product.
Yeah.
Very, very rare.
Yeah.
Here's an excerpt from the aforementioned 1840 letter by Victor Hugo. I couldn't find an English translation and don't speak French, so I used the German translation I could find in concert with Google's translation of the original French to produce this. I'm sure nothing was lost in the process. Quote, As one walks through the shadow of the big barrel, one suddenly notices a peculiar wooden figure behind the supporting beams.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, take a look at my mind. Sorry, I immediately thought of that. Sorry, completely interrupted.
Realize wine is nothing left.
Yes. Because I've been drinking and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that even my doctor thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man.
This is not as coolio as you think it is.
It's funny. Come on.
It's funny. It's not supposed to be cool. I'm not trying to be gangster.
Isn't Coolio the guy who?
Oh, this is not you.
Oh, I thought you said you're not trying to be cool, as in like trying to be cool,
No,
not
just
cool.
trying to do a joke about the guy who.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
it is a reference to him, so yeah.
All right. On which?
I am. Fuck you, Victor. We're gonna listen to Superior Victor now.
Superior Victor. It sounds like a Japanese false translation when you win a game. Superior Victor.
It does. I'm sorry.
Domination.
I'm sorry.
There's usually not good victors in history.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Yeah. Never thought about
Giving
that.
them the we.
Yeah,
So-
let's leave that silence there.
Continuing with the quote, on which through an opening in the wall a dim ray of light falls. One could describe it as a small, jovial old man grotesquely dressed up. Next to him, on a nail, there hangs a crudely formed cloak. A string peers out from the bottom of the cloak. One pulls, the cloak opens suddenly and lets a foxtail pop out, which hits one in the face. The little old man is a court jester. The
It's like a
clock is
booby
his
trap.
practical joke.
He literally booby trapped his own cloak.
That is the only thing in the castle of Heidelberg that still shows lives and moves. The shenanigans of a court jester. Up there in the rubble, Charlemagne no longer has a scepter. Friedrich the Victorious, no tower. The king of Bohemia, no arm. Friedrich II, no head. Friedrich V's imperial orb was shattered in his hand by a cannonball. That other imperial orb. Everything has fallen. Everything is gone. Everything is eradicated. Except for this fool. He is still there. He stands upright. He breathes and says, "Look at me. It's me." He wears a blue jacket, an extravagant waistcoat, a wig, half green, half red. He watches you. He grabs you. He pulls you by the arm. He makes his clownish, stupid lampoons at you and laughs in your face. To my mind, it is not these dead princes and kings that are the creepiest and most painful thing in this castle ruin of Heidelberg. It is the living fool.
He took my act.
You're plagiarizing, Pekeo.
I do that too.
I was like, damn, episode over. That's like that's the one you ended on. That's a really good
But
quote.
that sounds like a sad life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, poor guy.
Continuing
but it
the
is
letter.
beautifully written. Yeah.
Yes. He was the court jester of Elector Karl Philipp. Pekeo was his name. He measured 3 feet 6 inches, as does his statue, under which his name is written. He drank 15 bottles of Rhine wine every day. That was his talent. Around 1710, he brought much laughter to the Elector of Bavaria and the Emperor of Germany, those shadows that passed through here at the time. One day, when several foreign princes were with the Elector Palatine, Pekeo was measured against one of the Potsdam Giants of Friedrich Wilhelm I. Potsdam Giants, by the way, was a special military unit that Friedrich Wilhelm I founded because he had a super hard-on for tall dudes.
Oh my god.
To a degree where he would actually kidnap big dudes from other countries just so he can press them into his company.
See, we don't need to even out the.
Yeah. Friedrich already did it.
He already beat everyone to the punch.
Yeah. Friedrich Wilhelm I, King of Prussia.
I've been to Heidelberg. I can't believe they never mentioned this guy. I've been on the tour in the castle too. I can't believe they never mentioned.
They never mentioned Pekeo.
I don't remember them mentioning
Oversight.
I feel it because what I do remember is. Yeah, it was right
Lay
there.
up.
No, because I specifically remember that in the castle of Heidelberg, they have like a chamber where like you would basically just like vomit and shit.
Oh yeah, the vomitorium.
Yeah, like you
the
would.
toilets, you mean?
No,
It's called the vomitorium.
No, because it was specifically designed for you to like gorge yourself, like eat as much food as possible, like go trigger warning for gross stuff, but like piss, shit, like all of it, just to like in like what is basically like a brick oven, and then you were encouraged to go back and do it again. That's fucking disgusting. Why didn't I learn about this little guy instead? That would have been actually interesting and not disgusting.
Yeah.
that is permanently stuck in my brain.
What they did to him was disgusting.
Of course.
But the dude himself seems like a fun romp.
Yeah, I would have much rather remembered this guy just in the way that Victor Hugo just wrote, as opposed to some royals that I do not give a shit about pissing and shitting and screaming and crying and throwing up.
But that's history, isn't it? It's the stories of the people who own the land. It's never of the people who live there.
Yeah. And that's why we're doing the Eurocentrist.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, forgotten or pushed away history. This is part of it.
And actually interesting history too, because I don't fucking give a shit about Carl Friedrich kidnap. Well, okay, no, the kidnapping.
That sounds funny too.
That sounds funny and very, very. Maybe we should be talking about
that. We might do something about the Potsdam Giants at one point or another. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. King of Prussia, who, with their high-heeled boots and wearing their immense furry hats, were obliged to descend the palace steps walking backwards. The fool barely reached beyond one of the grenadier's boots.
Oh.
That caused great laughter, reports a contemporary source. Oh my god, that passed as humor. Literally twins.
Wow.
The movie Twins.
Oh my god, no. That's so depressing.
Enemy, the pavement was his enemy.
That's so depressing.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh my god.
Get it? Because one is really big and the other one,
it's really small and drunk. Yeah.
And it's alcoholic. We keep like basically funneling alcohol into his bloodstream.
With beer bong fucking wine in his mouth.
Oh my god.
Poor princes of a decrepit epoch, who contended with dwarves and giants and forgot the people over it. When Pekio had not drunk his 15 bottles, he was whipped. Fuck.
Oh no, okay, yeah, this is evil. This is evil.
It has to be said that Hugo was the only source I could find claiming this, and not only did he visit the castle over 100 years after Pekio's death, he also may well have deliberately painted the nobility in such a bad light. So maybe true, maybe not, but I can...
Actually, they were pretty nice people, the nobility.
Famously very kind, very respectful people.
Fuck, if you don't get drunk enough, we're gonna fucking...
I was gonna say,
Jesus Christ.
I very much do approve of Victor's saying "eat the rich" in his writing.
Oh yeah.
I'm very okay with
when
that.
When did I say "eat the rich"? What?
No, Victor Hugo.
Oh, he said "eat the rich."
Oh my god.
He's like, when did I say that? I want to be one of them.
I say eat cake.
Any type
you wanna quote me on that?
Maybe you should start saying "eat the rich." Just be like, no, I'm the other Victor.
if the cake is rich with flavor.
Rich coming from you.
Oh.
All right.
That's a poor choice of words.
Yeah, very.
All right, we're starving for humor here. All right, keeping on with the quote. Deep down in the forced gaiety of this wretch, there necessarily lay sarcasm and disdain. The princes did not notice it in their frenzy. The splendid radiance of the Palatine court covered the upsurging hate that now and then filled this face. But today, in the shadow of the ruins, it reappears. One can clearly read the jester's secret thoughts. The depth that went over this laughter took its facetiousness and left only mockery. It seems like the statue of Pekio mocks that of Charlemagne. One must not go back there to look at Pekio again. The first time he's saddening, the second time terrifying. There is nothing more sinister than still laughter. In this deserted palace, next to the empty barrel, one thinks of this poor fool, beaten by his master if he wasn't drunk, and this hideously joyful mask terrifies. It is no longer the laughter of a jester who mocks. It is the sneer of a demon who takes revenge. In this ruin full of ghosts, Pekio is also a specter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't think you can take credit for that one, Victor. I don't think you can take
You're not there yet.
Yeah. That's... Yeah, that's not really funny. That's just really fucking horrifying. And it sucks that those are like the only two things that we know about him, is that...
Just like Angelo Suleyman, the people who get into the court systems rarely make it out unscathed.
Except for the fact that we knew that Angelo Suleyman, Mamadi Make, spoke like 4 languages, but one of them not very well, according to... They were like, this man who we kidnapped and enslaved spoke 4 languages, but his German was just kind of okay, actually. What a fucking dick. Like, we don't know what he like. We don't even know that he liked wine. We just knew that he grew up around it. Yeah. And that the Habsburgs really, not the Habsburgs, sorry, well, the Heidelberg, but that's Kingdom of Heidelberg really liked him. Yeah. I mean, sucks. I mean, I'm glad that for once, like, we know more about the black man that they kidnapped and enslaved than
Pekeo.
Than the little guy that they kidnapped and enslaved, which is
Ben also said that some of the sources that he couldn't get to were content gated, basically, like you had to pay a bunch of money to get at certain sources. So that's also partly why we couldn't find more on himself.
They're trying to hide the truth.
Fuck you, University of Heidelberg.
Fuck you, University. Give us your content. We need to make more content.
It's not even content on your part. It's literally just you nickel and diming some poor fucking researcher that has to write a paper about this and then has to pay $160 to look at one fucking historical document.
I'm still very much like interested in the trutherism behind how long he actually lived. I want some, please.
We'll dig him up and do a DNA, like a carbon dating test on him.
I want a researcher at the University of Heidelberg to uncover the truth about where is his birth certificate.
It's gonna be hard to find the grave, though.
Probably, yeah. Well, we don't know, actually.
No,
because it's small.
Thank you.
All right. Got a couple more pages.
Yeah, we have a little bit more. Pekeo's legacy. 19th century German poet Josef Victor von Scheffel wrote a drinking song based on the court jester with a melody by Stefan Gruve, in which Pekeo turns his back on the outside world and spends the rest of his life in the cellar, steadily emptying the big barrel, finally finishing as he dies, comparing himself to David defeating Goliath. Yeah. Wow. Great.
You really stuck the landing there.
Yeah. Goliath. That's the German pronunciation. I'm sorry. German actor and little person Peter Brownbill released a traditional and a more modern version of the song in 2014. Nice. All right. In Heidelberg and throughout the Electro-Palatinate, Pekeo to this day is seen as a symbol of their wine culture and is featured in the carnival traditions of both Heidelberg and his native Salon, where the carnival organization Pekeo's Mashkra resides. A historic Heidelberg inn, the Gasthaus Pekeo, is named after him, as a German lamp company.
This is kind of minstrelsy. This is very much minstrelsy. This is like Aunt Jemima. Fucking. It's kind of like horrifying.
Oh, it's gross.
You're caricaturing someone who, like, well, maybe not famously, but was very much. I think it's fair to say that
a real person
who their whole thing was that they're drunk all the time. We don't necessarily know that was consensual, but like that still feels like a really gross way of memorializing this real person who lived.
So yeah, a German lamp company, a typewriter, all right. The Pekeo typewriter, all right. A German ferry boat that crossed the Neckar from 1926 until its destruction in 1945. A small camera and a small slide projector by the German company Voigtländer. Holy shit!
What? Why? What? This is so random.
Well, small, haha. No, that's probably the reason behind Voigtländer calling a fucking camera the Pekeo. You know, it's like calling it the Danny DeVito. but without the consent of Pekeo.
And I'm pretty sure Danny DeVito would probably sue.
Oh yeah,
would absolutely sue.
The new micro camera by Hyundai or whatever.
By Hyundai? Are they a car company?
Whatever. The Hitachi,
by Kodak.
The Hitachi Magic Wand.
Oh my god!
Now in mini edition.
I want to also point out real quick. You're listing every like machine company that doesn't produce cameras.
I know.
Not Kodak, not Polaroid, not fucking Sony.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Sony.
All of those are camera production.
All right.
Can't believe this guy.
I'm kind of sad now. But
Yeah.
Really?
But this, yeah.
Yeah, it is
Damn.
really sad.
Okay.
No, I don't.
I'm sorry for bumming you out.
No, because this is like the condition of like the artists, right? Like just kind of drinking ourselves to death to entertain. But this guy didn't have a choice. It sounds so bleak and grim.
It is. It is.
It's so weird. Yeah.
And these motherfuckers are just callously naming products based off really superficial.
But I didn't know about the atrocious part of it, like because we've been laughing at it from the beginning of the podcast. But then when you read like the Victor Hugo thing, that's when it really sunk in. Like, oh my God, this is a sad person stuck. You know what I mean? This is his life.
Yeah, he couldn't flee.
Yeah, I don't think people like did it like, hey, small, hey. You know what I mean? I think
they very much did do that. Sorry, I
putting him next
disagree.
to the giants, and stuff like that.
But no, the cameras.
That way.
I disagree with that though too. Actually,
so it's
I think it's uncreative at best and malicious at worst.
Ignorance. Too.
Ignorance, fine. We'll say ignorant, maybe not malicious, but
all right. A variety of ivy named in 1982. And the neutron decay experiment of the University of Heidelberg. Finally, something not crazy. Oh, finally. Jesus Christ, Heidelberg. Thank you.
It's the least they can do.
All right. You can... this is the last chapter. Oh. You can take the dwarf out of the court, but... as mentioned before, after Pekeo's time, court dwarfs, like the courts that housed them, were not long for the world. Their societal status as freaks would remain, however, as they would frequently be exhibited at taverns, fairs, and sideshows instead. Quote, Polish court dwarf Joseph Burowlaski, 1739 to 1837. What the fuck? 98 years? Holy shit.
That's insane.
Was a bridge figure.
What does that mean?
He left court when he was refused permission to marry his average statured love.
I hate that. They're like, oh, you're not marrying a little person? Nah, dude, you're not allowed. Oh, you want to like fall in love and get married with like the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with?
But how are you going to kiss her?
Yeah, how are you going to even reach there? Like, it's so disgusting. It's so disgusting. At least, like, oh, no. You can't even let them have personal lives.
Nope.
You're not allowed.
And now they have podcasts. Look at this.
See, things have gotten so much better for the for little people.
He supported
for short kings, to use the politically correct terminology.
Shings. All right, he supported himself.
Shut the fuck up.
He supported himself and his wife and children by exhibiting himself and playing the violin through Europe, in as dignified a way as he could manage. He ended his long life in Durham, England, dependent upon the charity of patrons. Much like this podcast, guys. Thank you, Ben.
Support your local short king today. And tall king. That's our guy writing
Give us enough money so we can buy the giant-ass barrel.
Dildo King.
They're not an official sponsor yet.
Not yet. We're hopeful.
I would totally take Dildo King's money.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
This one says, little kiss off of the nuts.
Aww. To the nuts.
To the nuts. On, rather.
Yeah, on, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Did you correct his German?
Yes, you did. And that's I'm grateful.
Wow.
Yeah.
One of a very few...
I could do this job so much better than you can. I can't even do the German.
We'll see next episode.
On the next episode, whenever that is.
One of a very few dwarfs to write a memoir. He observed that had he been formed like other mortals, he could have subsisted by means of his energy and labor, and been acknowledged as a man, an honest man, a man of feeling. Burowlaski, 1778, page 247. So yeah, Charles Stratton, better known by his stage name General Tom Thumb.
Oh, I've heard of this.
Was a circus dwarf who became one of the biggest celebrities in 19th century America.
Yeah, P.T. Barnum.
And for their honeymoon, he and his wife and fellow little person Lavinia Warren were actually hosted at the White House by President Lincoln in 1863. So again, the tallest president ever is like...
Yeah, Lincoln's just looking at hey there, guy.
I think Lincoln would have done with being shorter. He would have dodged the bullet.
You should have taken a...
No need to duck.
Oh my God. Learn a thing or two from General Tom Thumb Lincoln.
Yeah. If you make yourself a target, make yourself a small target.
And a really agile target.
Yeah.
And preferably a sober target too, unlike this guy.
Sideshows featuring dwarfs, so-called midget villages, and traveling troops of musical dwarfs remained popular well into the 20th century.
There's one in China, I think?
Yep. That village.
I saw Carl Pilkington go there.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Good episode. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that one.
In his 1976 article, Gigantic and Minuscule Actors on the 19th Century American Stage, Alvin Goldfarb cites the compliment of one New York critic of the Lilliputian Opera Company from the turn of the 20th century.
Stop staring at your own face in the viewfinder.
He's like one of those crows.
No, he's trying to entertain himself after the depressing subject matter that we had.
Quote, Adolf Zink was so exceptionally able that it is to be hoped that he may grow up someday and act without the necessity of posing as a natural phenomenon.
Oh no.
Jesus
I like to think that he chose those words on purpose, and he was actually very funny, and that's why he said grow up.
Yeah, no, that's not it. Sorry.
You sure? I mean, he's an actor. No, they gotta have some. They gotta have some sense of humor.
It's called a compliment. So.
Oh wait, he didn't say that about himself?
No.
Oh, just kidding.
No, that was a New York critic saying that about him.
Oh, just kidding. I thought he was saying that about himself.
Nope.
Oh, never mind. That guy sucks.
All right. The 2003 book In Our Hearts We Were Giants by Yehuda Koren and Elliot Negev tells the story of the Owitz family, a self-managed musical troupe of 10 Jewish siblings from Transylvania, 7 of which, like old Perkeo, probably had pseudo-achondroplasia, who were popular performers in Europe before being transported to Auschwitz.
Oh my God, it's the Romanian Von Trapp family. It's the Romanian Von Trapp. And that's what it is. That's what it is.
The sound of a tiny violin.
That's horrifying. Also, why does the violin have to be tiny? Like, they could play normal size violins.
Yeah, but it's a cello.
Tiny violin makes it sound like them going to Auschwitz wasn't like that big of a deal. Cry me a river, I'm playing the world smell. Like, that's so disrespectful.
But can you imagine how more people... How
many more people?
Yeah, that's the word. Yeah,
There's 2
they
words.
could fit in the train.
The efficiency.
Yeah.
An Austrian just got a raging boner.
Like you put them on the bar thing. You know where you put your suitcase?
In the suitcase compartment. you know when an older woman comes in and she's like, "Can you help me put my dwarf up there?"
No, they all stacked on top of each other.
Oh,
guys.
like Jenga blocks.
Yeah, they're they're useful people. They got a utility.
We used them as fucking. Oh,
can you imagine? You don't have a chair, you just sit on one.
Oh no! Oh, I'm so sorry, man. Oh God, that's so
insane. All right.
We're going to hell for this.
So they surviving Josef Mengeles' experiments and thereafter continued their performance in Israel.
Oh my God, they survived!
Mm-hmm.
No, but like the Jews went like, we like them.
Why the fuck do we not have Sound of Music but about these much more interesting people?
I don't know.
That's...
But do you think they were taken to Israel and put in a Palestinian family's house?
It was a small house. Come on.
Wait, did all of them survive or just like...
I don't know. It doesn't say. Sorry.
Well, that's important information.
But this is probably a future topic of the Eurocentrist.
Yeah, that would be very interesting.
Them and the Potsdam Giants. Since the second half of the 20th century, the status of people with dwarfism has been improving, thanks in part to organizations such as Little People of America and Short-Statured People of Australia. In the 1930s, the majority of little people in the US were unemployed and very few held jobs outside the entertainment industry. But things certainly don't look quite so dire anymore. Through the sad history of society's relationships to dwarfism still weighs heavy, and discrimination is certainly not yet a thing of the past. Quote, a survey of the 2003 database of the Little People of America memberships finds many persons in professions, including teachers, social workers, physicians, engineers, actuaries, computer specialists, and administrators in public and private sectors. Sales, service, and skilled trades are also well represented, and even some laboring occupations appear. About 8% in this survey are employed at least part-time as actors or in some other aspect of the entertainment world, sometimes along with another occupation. Surprisingly, to many who continue to believe that if they did not engage in freak performances, many dwarfs would have to go on welfare. Relatively few list themselves as unemployed or receiving disability payments, although because most dwarfs are not members of LPA, this sample may not be representative. Despite improvements, dwarfs have faced significant discrimination. Former Commissioner of the Equal Economic Opportunity Commission, EEOC, Paul Miller, when he interviewed for his first job after graduating from Harvard Law School, was pained to see classmates with lower grades and less experience receive offer after offer, while he received 45 rejection letters without a single callback. One law firm said that they feared that their clients would think they were running a circus freak show.
Wow.
And this was 1998.
Go fuck yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
That's so infuriating.
And that was the story of Pekio and quad dwarfs.
That makes me really upset because I have a friend who actually studied here at CEU in Vienna, and she is wheelchair bound. She has like a cerebral palsy and all of that, and her specific area of expertise is what is it? Disability rights during the Third Reich and the Holocaust, and it's a particularly underreported area of history. A lot of things that I did not know until like talking to her about it, including the fact that a lot of the laws that were written during that time period are still to this day implemented in Germany, in modern day Germany.
The penal code and a lot of the laws are the same. I actually like how right now a lot of films are being remade and they're recast to kind of show a more diverse cast. And you know what should be redone and recast? Schindler's List.
I knew this was gonna be some fucking cursed shit.
It's full of white people.
Yeah, we need black
it's just
Nazis.
White people. No, but the victims of the Holocaust were not just white Jews.
That's true. That's true.
Where the Roma, where the Sintis, where the Romanians, where the gays, where the trans people,
Slavs.
We need more of is representation of brutalization of minority groups on screen. That's what they would really love to see.
But that's whitewashing.
Well, in this case, it's supposed to be
whitewashing trauma.
Whitewashing the Holocaust.
The whites have.
Is that the name of your new special?
No, but
victory achieved.
But Victor with the 3 Ks.
And a hard R.
And the Victor with the hard R.
Yeah.
Actually, can that be the name of your special, Victor with a hard R?
Victor.
No, but I mentioned that about my friend though because like I've heard her talk a lot about like disability rights in the United States and abroad, and it's such a shame to hear that like there comes with it, sort of like it describes at the end of this, like this shame of being supported by being financially supported by like a government institution. Like there's just such a stigma around it, even within the communities of people who do suffer with disabilities. It's just so fucked up because like
because we derive our worth from having a job in our society.
Pretty much, yeah. And I mean, it shouldn't be. I don't know. It's just
because otherwise you're like, you know, a homeless bum.
Yeah, there's like we talked about in the one
Victor.
episode. Oh my god!
This is revenge because I told him that he doesn't know how to read.
At least one of us can read. And he's like, at least one of us is employed.
You know why he said it probably? Because he didn't read it. It was off the top of his head.
Son of a bitch.
see, representation of white on white crime on this podcast.
Hey, I'm not white.
You are extremely white. We're like the same.
I'm pale. It's a different thing.
He's the pale rat on that horse for the apocalypse, you know?
Which one is that? They're all riding horses.
The pale one is, I think, pestilence.
Pestilence?
I think, yeah.
Is pestilence just annoyance?
Pestering? The new riders of the apocalypse.
The four horsemen.
The pun horse guy. The pestilence over here.
The four horsemen is famine, death, and being really annoying. And I don't know the last one.
But yeah, again, royals being assholes, you know.
Yeah. It's almost like
abusing their power ultimately because ultimate power corrupts.
Yes.
And
yeah, fuck the
another fascinating and probably very smart guy.
We don't know. He could have been fucking stupid too.
But that's everybody. I think this is not fair to just blame the royals because it's not like the rest of society was vouching for, you know, little people's rights and the royals were like, no.
Bystanders.
You know, everybody was just.
But the royals had ultimate power.
Yeah, they had
besides the church.
Of course.
Like they could.
So they could exert it.
Yeah, exactly. They just kill you if you disagree with them.
Yeah, it's the difference between prejudice and
like
racism.
that one dwarf that got fucking shanked because he was too funny.
Yeah. God, imagine being killed for being too good at your job. Comedians would never understand.
Wait, you mean like Epstein?
Epstein didn't have a job.
Oh,
no, he had a hobby
that he made into a job. He always said you should find something that you love and do it until you die.
I think the accusations is that he had several jobs a day.
I don't think he didn't have the jobs. He just created the jobs.
No, he got the jobs.
Oh, well, still, he's creating the jobs. He didn't work the jobs. You understand what I mean?
He was just putting food on someone's table.
He was providing wealth, just like these royals were. They were providing jobs for people of shorter stature. See, you should be grateful, actually, that he was force-fed alcohol every single day. 22 liters of alcohol every single day. Oh my god, I'm trying really hard to make this funny and not horrifyingly depressing.
It doesn't need to be not depressing.
Yeah, that's why I had Victor on.
Yeah, to make it depressing. Let's make it sad.
He has the sexiest sad eyes, so you know, there's that.
Yeah, that's why I keep staring at himself in the viewfinder. So like
just in love of myself.
Those puppy dog eyes.
Seeing humanity all over again.
You sure about that? You really want to do that?
Can we hire someone who's the opposite of a court jester to just go to like to go to like not White House Correspondents' Dinners, but like any sort of Supreme Court decision meetup and just like stare at them with guilt in their eyes?
Have you seen my act?
I think that we need to get you more corporate gigs where you just stand in front of the Supreme Court and just have like a single tear rolling down your face, like the guy from the
fake Native American
guy
He's
from
Italian, right?
Yeah,
exactly. He was Italian. Everyone who comes on the podcast knows that. I didn't know that until very recently, actually. Yeah. Interesting. But yeah, no, we need someone to do that. Just stand there and look sad and make people believe in the power of humanity or something. I don't know. That's how we solve it.
But yeah.
I guess.
This was interesting. Thank you very much for having me on.
No, thank you for being on. This was a fascinating topic. Again, I only knew tangential information about this. And again, the abuse of people who are different never ceases to amaze me in the sense of like how cruel can people be.
And it sucks that to this day the main industry that employs people with dwarfism is the entertainment industry. To this day, nothing has changed.
Yeah. Oh, I don't even know what Peter Dinklage, for example.
Yeah, he's the only like
Warwick Davis,
him too.
Yeah, those are the two that I can think of the top. Oh, and Von Troyer.
Yeah, he died recently.
He died, recently.
Who is
Mini-Me. Yeah, Mini-Me from the...
Austin Powers?
Oh, him. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. But again those are all famous people, famous actors specifically.
Yeah. And I think he actually... alcoholism, right? No,
actually?
No, Von Troyer, I think, was an alcoholic.
Oh, no.
It's. I mean, it's the entertainment industry. Alcohol abuse is a thing still, or drug abuse in general. And combine that with your already shortened lifespan, and you really cut that down to size. You know.
So, for the record,
sorry.
Short lifespan, cut to size. Paul does not want to end this on a somber tone.
I'm a monster.
He's determined to make pun after pun.
I'm force feeding you guys puns now, like
a menace to society.
Yeah, I'm the Count of Heidelberg now.
For the record, I will not be resuming my alcoholism. That was a joke.
Good. We'll stay a dry podcast.
We're very dry.
Nice.
So dry. Like the humor. We want wet humor on the podcast.
Moist.
Yeah.
Moist jokes.
Next time we'll do a moist topic for you.
We're already like sweaty every time we record, so
because this summer doesn't end. We're in end of September and it's still August.
Yeah. It's still July.
So Victor, we're at the end of the show.
Plug.
Yes. Where can people find you? What are you up to? This is gonna come out in 3 weeks.
Yeah, just I don't. It's very weird. Just I don't know.
Just check him out on the social media. Google me.
Just what the fuck?
Yes, your unpronounceable name. Google it. Yes, the thing that.
But it's gonna be in the description. Like if people are that interesting, they would have done that already.
Okay, fine. Okay. His name is Victor Petrashkan. Google him. He's a guy.
No, the links are in the description below.
If you don't Google him, he will show up at the foot of your bed at 3 a.m. So either way, you're gonna see him again.
But no, just keep following this podcast. This has been very fun, informative, and you guys are great. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Victor. You were a fantastic guest.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
You kept it short and sweet. So.
No, he did. No, he didn't. He did the opposite. He kept it long and depressing.
Long and bitter.
But
name of my penis.
Yeah, I want my penis to taste like beetroot. I want it to...
The grapefruit.
What kind of grape... Okay, you know what? No more questions.
I just recommended this.
Wait, don't stop. Come on. He did such a nice thing. He didn't have to do that.
I know.
We love you, Victor.
Yes, we do.
We'll have you on the podcast again. Should you be interested in taking part, which, again, I don't blame you if you don't want to.
And the topic will be something completely different.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yes, guys, if you are interested in supporting this podcast, there's our Patreon.
Yes.
You can also obviously subscribe to our platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook.
You can give us money. You can give him money.
Don't give me money.
Buy tickets to Victor's shows.
Give him money.
Yes. And enjoy yourself and comedy.
Heidelberg, University of Heidelberg, fuck you.
Yes.
Pay us. Let us have the content.
Don't pay gate your
we need to find the truth about
your papers
about Pequeño, and we will stop at nothing to find the truth.
We'll break into the archive and copy it illegally.
We're going to break in, take screenshots of everything, and then share them to the world. You will never get away. Your secrets will be revealed, like the Panama Papers. I like that you guys are staring at each other like this is the most long-winded thing that's ever happened.
This should have ended 5 minutes ago.
Absolutely not. We have gone on for much longer, for much stupider reasons, where this is a just cause.
All right.
All right, now we can go. Now we can go. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not going to be the only one. You're not the only one who gets to have long-winded speeches. Okay, now
I wanted to have 100% of the rants.
Yeah. Nope. You're a co-host, baby.
Guys. Wait.
Guy bites.
Even when you're not reading.